Hello. All right. Sounds in. So sorry, had a lot of good, had a lot of good information there that I gave you guys. But one was I was showing you guys a setup that I had given to my signal service group early this morning, or I should say probably about 20 minutes ago, on a NQ short. And the only issue with that one was, you know, I don't trade the signals 5 minutes before the market to 10 minutes after the market opens. And we, on the first test of that entry, we missed there by like a couple ticks. And right at the market open around 8:31, that hit entry and took TP1 and TP2. And that's one of the benefits of the signal service group. It's about $40 a month. It's pretty cheap, but you get setups before and after the stream. So if you guys are seeing the high quality A+ setups that I'm giving every single day, I think the $40 investment into your trading is, considering what I see other people sell absolute shit for hundreds of dollars a month, I think it's an absolute steal. I think it's a no-brainer. But with that being said, I do like the price action here this morning. We had some really good movement. So as price action, I shouldn't say price action, as volume-based traders, this is what we need. We need this kind of movement in and out of zones. So that helps out a lot. Like right now, I've got about 2 areas I got to map above us. And currently I'm going to be looking at this pocket right here between the 432s and the 477s, just to kind of see if they left maybe any type of clues in the market, which they did. So right here, nice impulsive move right here. So entry would look like that. Get rid of this guy. Stop loss would be right above here. TP1 right here. TP2 right here. Nice little setup. All right, and I got a question for the techies in here. So on my laptop, when I was trading in Florida, I noticed that when I draw a horizontal line, in Florida, the horizontal line would automatically move to the nearest tick value. So like 0.25, 0.50, 0.75, and then whole numbers. On my desktop down here, I am not, it's putting it in like these weird, like you guys can see here. I can't move it. Hold on, I'll show you guys. But I have to go in and manually put it to the nearest tick which just takes time. And, you know, obviously when I'm finding setups that are close to each other, time is of the essence. So for instance, like this one, I haven't done the stop loss yet, but you see how it's at 25,445. Wow, big dump. Holy shit. 25,445, 92. Like on my desktop or on my laptop, this would automatically move to 46. Or if it was closer to the 75, it would move automatically to the 75. If anybody knows a setting that I can do to change that in NinjaTrader, that would help me, which in turn would help you guys. It is all about speed here as well. All right, so setup on this NQ trade so far setup is 25,434.75, targeting 25,426.75. TP2 is at 25,422.25 with a stop loss at 25,446. Again, entry 25,434.75, targeting 426.75, and then targeting 422.25 with a stop loss at 446. Keep that one there. Let's take a look at the ES. So the ES, we still have this set up down here at the 6801.50, targeting the 6804 and the 6806. We got that one to look forward to. Again, 6801.50, targeting the 6804. TP2 would be 6806.75 with a stop at 67.96. Wow, big dump here, huh? Big dump here this morning. Which is fine. Let's see. Okay, so we got that one mapped out. There's one up here. Let's see. This could be a little dicey here, actually. This looks a little sweepy to me, but put it on here. Just we'll kind of monitor this one. Just takes so much time. I gotta like highlight the number. It's a real pain in the ass. So if anybody could figure that setting out for me, I would really, really appreciate you guys. I'm not saying you guys are my NinjaTrader support, but this one is set up. A short at the 25,567.25. Targeting 560.50, 554.25, and stop loss at 577. Entry at 567.25. Targeting 560.50. TP2 is at 554.25. Stop loss at 577. Can't expand anymore. That's the problem with the bigger numbers, is I can't. Let's see this ES. Man, ES is on a path, on a warpath. Good job, Chump Sauce. I think. I'm trying to read your thing right. I had my practice count up. Oh. Okay, I got you. Yeah, that happens all the time. It happens more than we think. But it's okay. The next time, the way I look at it is the next time the market will balance you out. And when we, if you take a loss, maybe you don't have the leader account attached to it. And you save some money. I think the world has a way of balancing itself out. I feel the same way in trading. All right, that's some good movement. All right, let's get to the... Is auto scale enabled in your tick marks? Ooh. Ooh. How the hell do I find that? Let's see, auto scale... You may have a snap to feature active. Check settings of drawing tools. All right, let's look at that. Well, it would be the default line. I'm using the default line. Default line tool. So why would that? Maybe it's in the actual like global properties of NinjaTrader. Because I can't really change the line properties in... Oh, snap mode. Okay, snap mode is disabled bar. I have it snapped to a bar right now. Is that right? Bar and tick. Stay in draw mode. Fuck, I don't know any of this shit. All right, you know what I can do is, I guess later on I'll look at the settings on my laptop, which I know work. But that was really nice. I was able to just plot them really quickly, and all I got to do is just change the colors on them. Nate, good morning. More, thank you. I appreciate that. Ever, that's a good recommendation. I'll take a look at that too. Nordic, good morning. Show me the money. Barely hear music. So is the music really low? I mean, do you guys, is it a good volume, or should I pump the jams up here a little bit? I have it set pretty low. I don't want it to be distracting, but I would like you guys to hear it. Shit, I'm paying for it. Morning, Spence. Morning, Keith. Thank you so much for the support on the membership there, Keith and Joe. Appreciate that. Morning, Steve. Morning, Thomas. Buddy. Randy. And Michael. Good morning, everybody. All right, so I mean, we had a pretty active start to the morning. Like I said, I gave us a setup here on my signal service. Let's pop this guy up here, right here. So this was the setup that I had at the 24,496. It was about maybe 15 minutes before the market opened. And we missed it by, originally missed it by a tick, like at 825. and then came right in and took entry. But this was at 8:31. I don't trade it. You know, I stay out of the markets 5 minutes before and 10 to 12 minutes after. It's just been kind of something I've always done. And, you know, I guess if I was to go historically, I should probably backtest that, or at least mark these off in my journal. And I could kind of start to formulate a win rate percentage on them. But if they hover around 50-60%, that's not worth it to me. Let's jump down to the 5. Good. So we identified 2 setups already here on the NQ this morning. The first one, the closest one to price action, is a short at the 25 434s. So 25 434.75, targeting the 25 426, and then also targeting the 25 442, with a stop loss at the 25 446. And then above us, or I should say the second one above us, is at the 25 567, targeting the 25 560 and the 554, with a stop loss at the 577. Man, did a lot of those plays play out yesterday. I had 5 for 5 setups. Finished up the day plus 900 and something. Can't remember now. But man, that was 5 for 5 yesterday. And I think besides one, all of them were for TP1 and TP2. And even if you remember the numbers that I had plotted up where I'm like, this is where the market has to rebalance at, I mean, those all played out really nicely. All right, the NQ's making a little move here. You know, when the market's moving like this, you really got to take advantage of it, because, you know, obviously there's months where we don't get this great price action that, you know, just this constant rebalancing of zones. Sometimes we fall into either all-time highs and and those become very tricky. All-time highs are, I would say, the trickiest place to trade, just because I really don't have all of the new price action is all brand new volume. So you're kind of going in blind as a, you know, that's where a momentum trader probably has definitely an advantage. I would say. but we're also not. I think we went maybe a month there where it seemed like every day we were in those high. It seemed like for like a month straight we were in that scenario where we were constantly in those all-time highs. And also the nice thing too about not necessarily having biases in the morning is that, you know, as you guys see, I trade longs in a down market. I trade shorts in an up market. I trade both ways in both different types of markets. So the volume-based trading affords you that opportunity. All right, I'd like to see them break a little bit more structure to the upside here, though. But yeah, yesterday was a nice bounce back, man. I think it was down like on that first trade, like $3,500. So I climbed back, and you know, this is, take this for what it's worth, which is probably not a lot, but there was without that first trade, man, I think it would have been like a 5K day. Or maybe not. Maybe I would have been happy with the 2,500 or whatever I would be at and kind of call it a day. We're getting close here. Let's see what's going on with the 5. Okay, so far not a lot of defense there. I can see them come in a little stronger at the 34s. Right now they really like the 25s. It's always my TPs. There's a reason why the TPs are there. They really love that area. Let's see if I can break this up a little bit. There's a lot of price action's pretty crazy. So that takes it down to about 3-point interval. Okay, that's okay. I like that. William Jones, on your trade signals, are they always on the 5? No, it's typically a 15. Some of them are on the 5, but it's between those two. And I would say 80% are on the 15. Maybe about 70% are on the 15. And then TPs are usually generated from like the 1 minute, unless I could find an awesome 5-minute one that's nearby, but that's typically very difficult to do. You can find bigger targets that way, for sure. That's how I do find when I say, okay, this is going to go higher, or has a possibility of going higher. That's usually a 5-minute level. But remember, I'm looking for that, like that impulsive move, and sometimes you have to even go even lower. I mean, you can go to the 15-second, the 30-second. Just look for that impulsive move, and those are great targets. And then confirm with the level 2. So right now they like the 415s. That's what they're going to come after right now, right here. How are the 430? What's the 435s looking like? Wow. Price is moving. I guess I could also ask ChatGPT to see maybe if they can tell me how to do that. That question that I had. All right, so spotted something to the downside here at the 25,322.75, targeting the 25,328.50. TP2 at the 25,332.50. The stop loss at the 25,313.50. So again, entry at the 322.75. TP1 at the 328.50. TP2 at the 332.50 with a stop at the 25,313. Markets look very, very angry. Hopefully here I get some time. I'll take a look at the bigger picture. Kind of see what they're... It's about that time, 9 o'clock. That's right, 322, 332. Morning, Key. Man, this is coming in strong here. This might be quick. Ooh, right to our entry. That was very close. Shit. Don't take out TP2. I think they're going to. Dang. And they just balanced out what they needed up here. Yeah, be very careful at this one now, guys. I think we missed this one by a tick. Actually, 1 tick. Very careful with this signal right now. Let's see. Yeah, they kind of swept everything there. Damn, missed that one by a tick there. Well, that was the setup. That was the reaction point. And they balanced everything that they needed to as well, which kind of sucks. Let's see here. I'll give it one more tap and see what they end up doing here. Yeah, they're balancing everything out right here. All our intermediate targets are being balanced out. The 353s would be the higher target. I hope, let's see if they missed that one. I would rather them not. Okay, well, shit. This was a good turning point right here. It was a great turning point. Shit, man, that was close. But as you can see, I mean, the setup, everything was right. Just missed it by a tick there. Yeah, market is definitely angry. I mean, this is just destroying. I mean, this is why momentum trading is difficult. You know, you think you're going long. Nope, we're gonna knock you out. You think you're gonna go back long? Nope. It's tough. It's a tough way to trade. But there's some traders that do it really well. I'm not one of those. All right, so the 400s now they're interested in. That's easy. It's an easy one. I just don't know what they've really picked up here, but that's an easy one for them to tap into. There you go. Oof. And this market will give you heartburn. I did say I like movement, but this is some kind of nutty movement. Let's see the 435s. Show me something. What do you guys want to do here? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. 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 The TP1. Shit. That's a tough one to limit order into. I don't know. I mean, for me personally, that market was kind of nutty. I don't think it hit TP2. I think it just got TP1. Yeah, we missed TP2 by maybe a point. Let's see what happens here. Oh, that was some good footprint confirmation right there, though. But do I want to get burned here? Do I want to get burned? I don't know. Maybe we preserve the capital and let the market just kind of... Had a good footprint confirmation, but just kind of feel like you kind of might get burnt here. They got the 450s above us that they might want to go into now, right about right here. That's a big target for them. I think that was a good non-rebuy into that trade. They do have some balancing out to do at TP2, that's for sure. Oh, and they just tapped into it. Did they tap into the 450? No, not yet. Huh. It's like a 50-50 coin toss right here. Shit. I should have got in. Actually, I'm okay with not getting in on this trade, to be honest with you. They got to rebalance here. Right underneath our TP, the 21 still. So just take that. All right, I think they just did. There you go. So they rebalance that. TP1, TP2. I'm a chicken. I am a chicken. That was a pretty aggressive move, though, to the entry. Really aggressive. But nice trade. As far as this one down here, yeah, this is B- at this point, just because we missed this entry by like a tick. So, you know, I'll keep this up in here, but more than likely this is an invalidated setup. I just want to see if they come back strong at the 322s or the 20s, then we can look in taking this trade here. But as of right now, that would be an invalidated setup. All right, so let me update the signal group on that one. So that was TP1, TP2. There's not many people on YouTube that do this, like just that give the setups so much more in advance of the time. I mean, I don't think a lot of people like to put their necks out on the line. But you guys see the setups, they're on the money, man. It's 80%. It's got to be over 80% on the signals that I've given, or on the setups I've given on this, just on the live streams. It's pretty, not a lot of people like to put the transparency out there and risk their necks on the line. They like to show you concepts, and they like to show you, but they don't actually, you know, they're jumping in and out of trades on prop accounts and shit like that. That to me, just, it's all a gamble. And they're going to be right. Maybe with an edge 60-65% of the time. Or just take huge stops and huge entries. You could always do that. Huge stop losses and huge take profits. Then it's a 50-50 chance on the market with huge targets. But again, are they risking real capital on those big targets? I don't think so. All right, so 2 for 2 on the setups already this morning. I haven't capitalized on any of them yet. Good job, Scott. I took it also, but I chickened out and got it. That's fine, man. I am, dude. If it's green, you guys see my my journals. You guys see all my entries, all my trades? I mean, you just got to find a way to be green at the end of the day. You know, that's the main goal, and just stay consistently in the green in your accounts, funded accounts, evals, whatever you're trading, cash accounts, they all stay moving upwards. One of my Signal members, Michael, who's always in here, he's phenomenal. He did a equity curve on my signals since like February, maybe February or March, and it's just a straight line up. That's all you want. You don't want the huge. You don't need huge swings. You don't need huge swings. Like, there's nothing, in my opinion, there's nothing crazy about this P&L. You know, 204, 291, 356, minus 381, 148, 393, 293, 474, and it'll just keep increasing. You know, this is what you want. A trade win percentage 76, day win percentage 87.5. And go to last month, same thing. Trade winning percentage 76%, day winning percentage 95. Just find a way to stay green. Nothing huge. $68 day here, $75 day here, $26 day here, $38 day. But at the end of the month, you're up $3,600 in cash. Then you build your account, you scale up one more contract when you finally feel like the confidence to do it, and knock it out of the park. I think I told you guys this too. I mean, I went a month and a half, I think in what comes before September? August? I took one. My strategy was very simple in August. First trade green, done. So it was always 150 to 200 bucks, depending if I took a 10-point NQ trade or a 3-point ES trade. That was it. And what I would allow myself to do is, if I took one loss on the first try, I would allow myself to find a second A+ trade that I would take, okay? Or call it a day at that one loss. And then when I saw at the end of the month that the account was green, I think 2,600 bucks or 2,400 bucks, I'm like, this is, in my opinion, the way to trade. Now, you can take 10, 15 setups per day. I can find them, especially if I'm on the charts for 3 to 4 hours a day. And then, you know, I'll kind of circle in around noon, circle in again around 1:30, just to see if there's any signals that I can update. But if I could do this all day long, I mean, I could find 6 really high quality setups per day. Do I need to take them all? No. Do I feel like I missed out on anything because I didn't take those 2 NQ trades already this morning that went for TP1 and TP2? Absolutely not. Because I know I'll find another setup that fits my trading style right to the T. Good footprint confirmation, good unbalanced volume sitting below me, sitting above me, depending on which way we're going. And I can see from the comments on Discord and on some of the comments from the stream, there's several people that are really grasping this idea. It's going to take time. I mean, shit, it took me... I had a huge evolution. I started with just the levels. It's just trading levels. And the way I was trading levels now, looking at it, was a little funny, but it still worked. It still gave me an edge. You know, it was... Let me see if I can pull... You know, I'm going to pull up TradingView because that shows it a little easier. But I thought it was... I mean, I think it was pretty funny the way I was doing it, looking at it now. Obviously, this was before volume. Let's see. So what I would look for was setups like this right here, where I had 2 levels close together. So on a short, I would take the 15-minute level to the short, And then I would use the secondary level, since it was close by, as a stop loss. And then I would pretty much be targeting the next level below me. That's the way I was trading this for 6 months to 8 months, somewhere around there. And then and then after that, you know, I put up volume profile, and then I was starting to see, okay, the setups that are really working are in areas of high volume, like this red shaded box. And, you know, and that's how I kind of evolved from, you know, the different styles that I had. And even this morning I posted in my levels. I'm pretty sure everybody in here is on my Discord already. But I give these every day at about an hour before the market. This is yesterday's price action. I mean, first tap, good reaction. Second tap, good reaction. I mean, second level, good reaction. I mean, these are all tradable. Same thing here. This is the S. We're in a range. Where is the range stay in? Between my two lines. Between my two levels that I gave you guys. So, I mean, there's multiple ways of skinning a cat. And, you know, if you stick with one that, you know, works, you follow a little of the things that, you know, little clues and tips and tools that I can give you guys with the volume, you'll become a much better trader. You know, guys, I'm sorry, my mom's calling me. Let me come right back. Sorry about that, guys. Got a lunch date with my mom today. Nice. All right, so got about 7 minutes here for IB to be set. IB's been tricky, guys. The last like 2.5 weeks, it's been very sloppy, very, very sloppy. So I've got that in the back of my mind now. I want to see some clean moves from the IBs to really start gaining a little bit more confidence in them. They've just been super sloppy. There's been a lot of like pockets of liquidity sitting above them where they sweep that and then they make their final move. But right now, let's see, the 375s, where's that at? Right here, they're going to want to come after. Smaller target, in my opinion. And the upside looks kind of weak. 475s. And this is intermediate target to the upside here. Both kind of weak. Kind of just seems like the market is just in a kind of a fair value area right now, in my opinion. I would say point of control sitting right through here. Actually, maybe right through here. Right around this 474 area. It's 50, 60s. Maybe you could draw this a little bigger. Right around here. Got not much on the ES, besides obviously the setup we got to the long side at the 6801. I thought I could find something. Let's see if I go to the 15-minute here. Thought I'd be able to find something right here, but I'm going to show you what. There was a clean move coming out of here, but it kind of rebalanced before it left. So it's not super clean. I mean, if I really dissected it really strongly, maybe I can squeak out a couple of points, but not that 3 to 5 point. You guys see on my ES, it's like that 3 to 5 point. Are really easy to find as far as unbalanced targets, but like the 1 or 2, it just becomes a little tricky because I still need that stop. I need some kind of level of defense between my entry and my stop loss, and it becomes a little tricky when they balance everything out. Billy Joe, that's amazing. Thanks, man. Chump Sauce, you got your leader account loaded up. All right, so they're going to balance this out right here. Done. Right to the tick. Right to the tick. All right, let's see what else they can they make a power? But I don't think there was enough. I don't know if there was enough volume there. Now the 355 area. Right here. Maybe they pick this up before they make a move to their bigger. Yeah, I'm just going to leave that circle right here because there's still a good pocket right here to the 355s. I just don't know if this was enough to close out the auction at the 475s. It doesn't seem convincing to me yet. All right, on the NQ, did have a nice impulsive move right here off the 475s. No secret to that. Let's see. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that. That's right here. That was the move. But it's so nasty. There's gonna be so many stops right there. It's just not an area that I'd be interested in at all. Dang it. Could have been juicy. All right, let's see it go through. I think this pocket right here is going to determine the next hour and a half. We'll see what they want to do. If they got more here, so they're going to retap. And then let's see if they distribute up to the 475s. Which, in that scenario, then IB would be in play. That setup was really nice up here, but that's a stop loss to light. Remember, we never diddle. Is that a word? Diddle? Dabble. We never dabble in the stop loss, areas. And I mean, obviously, these are easy to spot. You know, I mean, there's nothing secret about this. This is the high of the IB. So there's going to be volume there. There's going to be volume down here. Even though this is right by our entry. So that could be a stop loss area too. Why didn't I see this at the 25, 322? Let's see. No, the stop loss I see is at the 307s, which is down here. Yeah, this, I think it coincides right here, 307. Yeah, so this one's okay. They've got a big stop loss area at the 307s. That's what I saw. Should move that over just a little bit. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. ES. What you doing? What you doing? Seems like the setups for the ES have been coming like after stream, kind of afternoonish. They've been making the moves. The market's kind of falling asleep here a little bit. Yeah, man, my brother-in-law got me into this trading 5 years ago. And he's a great guy. I mean, he's obviously my brother-in-law, but he's probably one of my best friends too. And he just trades equities. And he from day one was big into Bookmap. And I remember because I spent probably the first 3 months at his house. He lives nearby in Glenview. I would drive every morning at about 6:30, 6:45, and then I would just watch him trade. It's completely different than what well, not different, but price action is price action. But he was trading obviously Tesla and Nvidia and all the big names. And I would look at Bookmap at that time and be like, how the hell can you make any sense out of anything that's going on in the charts? And I think that's the first reaction that a lot of people get. Big absorption there. I wish I would have showed you the delta. The delta was like negative 250 contracts right there. So it just conducted a lot of business here. Okay, so now we got to see what it wants to do with that business. It could redistribute to the 475s. There's a few more pockets below that it could want to. Not much actually. Not much. Market is a little bizarro. There's not much to the downside that they can really dump off. Maybe the IB low, I guess. That would be a spot for them to target. Because they just did a lot of business and they gotta take that business somewhere. I mean, you guys hear me talking about this every day. They could take it to the 475s, they could take it to the 280s. I need to see some conviction here now as to which one starts loading up a little bit. But yeah, I would watch him with Bookmap, and I didn't understand it. And then, how'd I get into futures? There was a guy on YouTube. There's a guy on YouTube, an older guy. I can't remember the name. I bought his book off of Amazon. He's big on trading like the micros. Dan Singletary, maybe? I could be butchering his name, but I think that's what it is. And his strategy was, I mean, it's just literally a MACD line and, you know, very basic strategy. And I remember my first account was with TradeStation, and that's how I was trading, and obviously losing money left and right. And then it just kind of evolved from there. I went the futures route. My brother-in-law stayed on the equity side. But I remember when I started trading the 15-minute route, well, at that time it wasn't called that, but he would always, when he saw the trade setup, he'd be like, 15-minute Rob reversal hit. And that's where that name got coined. All right, let's see what happens here, huh? What's going on with the 322s? guess not much right now, but... Oh, did not give me the chance there. Did not give me the chance there. What happened there? That was quick. I don't think it tapped you out there yet. Oh, that was quick. There you go. There's TP1. And that came really quick. And I was trying to limit order. If you guys saw that, I clicked on it to limit order into that. And I must have been on the actual line because it did not play out. Do. Darn it. Oh, another good setup there. TP1, TP2. I did try to limit entry into that one, but I must have clicked my actual line, which is pretty stupid. Because when it did not do that. It did something else, if you guys saw. It did that. I had clicked the line first, so I didn't get my limit entry there. Oh, what a morning. That's tough, man. 3 setups, all TP1, TP2. That was violent, though. That was a violent entry. Man. Man, oh man, oh man. All right, let's mark that one off as a TP1, TP2. That was a close one, though. Stop loss was in the absolute perfect area, which, you know, is just as important as finding your targets, is your stop losses. All right, so this one, TP1, TP2. Who's green for the day? Let's hit the like button, man. I know I'm not, but hit the like button. Appreciate it. Show me the green. Let's see who's got it. All right, IB is set. Let's see what happens here now. Big pocket sitting right here. Good job, Keith, Chumpsaw, Scott, Steph. Oh, we're getting close to the ES too. Man, why does the ES trade always come in right by the IBs? I think we're probably what, a good about 13 points still for this ES trade. Let's see what's happening at the 6801s. Okay, I like to see it get a little stronger. It's got some time. So 3 setups today, all TP1, TP2. And I'm still sitting at 0. Now, in fairness, I was going to limit it or limit entry into that. But that doesn't really mean shit. Keep unsaved changes. Yes. Why do you guys do that? Do. Alright, let's see if we have anything impulsive happen here we need to look at. Let's delete that, delete that, delete that, delete that. So we're coming after now. I think we already kind of balanced this area out. I think the natural spot would be to take IB low here. At least that's what I see. Did I already look at this area here? Don't know if I did. Kind of weak. Kind of weak. I'd like to see something a little stronger there. All right, let's move over to the ES real quick. So we did break structure here. Now let's see if there's anything here that looks phenomenal. This could be something here. My chart looks so big. Only for a moment, only for a while. All right, setup I just found here on the ES, the 6837 targeting the 35 and then targeting the 33 with the stop loss at the 6841.50. Entry at the 6837.50. TP1 at 6835 and then TP2 at 6833. Let's go down to the one. Switch this to the ES. Well, so far 3 for 3 on the setups, all TP1, TP2. I'm still flat, but that's okay. Got to be super clean here. Good defense at the 80s, though. This could play out. We'll see. Red. Okay, good footprint there. This looks sweepy, man. Let's see what happens here. If we get another one. It's very sweepy. Down to the 255s, maybe. Yeah. It's just not clean. They're not clean. Oh, ES. Oh, shit. That was close. It's a big pump, though. Big pump. Let's see what happens here. See what I've been saying about the IB? They're just not clean. Not clean. All right, 6801, 6800s are strong. Not much after the 6800s. So right here is my last layer of defense. I'm not a huge fan of the whole numbers, but let's see. I'm okay with it dipping into the 6800s just because it needs to, or might need to. TP2 is completely unbalanced right now, which is great. They're balancing out TP1. But I like that we still have that TP2 in play. Let's just get a push here. Let's get a push one more, a couple more. A lot of absorption right there. That might have been the play. No, nope. Let's see here. Dang it. Did not get the footprint confirmation, but they are going to balance out TP2 here. Way shitty, entry there, but... And I didn't get my footprint confirmation. So I broke a few rules on this trade, I'm going to be honest with you. So if I lose it, I am... it's on me. And now my risk to reward is pretty skewed, pretty negatively. But I could see them wanting to tap into that TP2. Let's see. Unless they go after the 6800s. Let's see what happens here. I mean, limit order, you guys already got TP1, so you guys are the smart ones. For right now. But yeah, TP2 looks really unbalanced, but again, after the 6800s, I don't have much. So it's going to have to happen here. It's going to have to happen here. Wow. A lot of contracts right there. You guys saw that on the footprint. So now they kind of... All right, they stepped in there again a little bit. I like that. I like that. Come on. Take it now. Could almost take a second position here. Feel pretty confident about the secondary position here. Don't give me a huge sweep. Don't give me the sweep. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's gonna sweep. So right now your stop loss here at the 96 is great. I'm just kind of protecting my risk here from that entry. I was pretty late to the entry there. Yeah, they just ate through it all. They're eating through it at a high rate. Let's see. Did I get a footprint? Nope. Come on. Secondary position here would be great. It would be so great. Come on, take out that unbalanced area. You know you need to. You know you need to. And they restacked the 6800s, so I mean that's good protection. That was a sorry about that. That was a secondary position, definitely trade, but don't retest. I don't need the retest right now. Don't stress me out on the retest. Because they came in strong, and I just don't want them now to finally blow them out. Come on. Come on, TP2. Let's go. Don't make me sweat it out. Let's go. Not looking good on this retest here now. 98s. So yeah. Stop loss at the 96s would be the smartest play here, but man, that's a lot of risk. That's way too much risk for me. I'd rather just say I had a bad entry and take my loss. Why do you want to retap into it? Why do you want to retap into it? Don't do that. Let's go. Let's go. Man, they went through a lot of contracts there. Now my defense is shrinking. I don't know, I see them pretty strong here. I see them pretty damn strong. Hope I don't regret this part. Oh, where's my entry there? All right. This could be a doozy. This could be a doozy doos. But I felt like they're coming in strong here. Yet. They're not giving me the reaction, though. They're not giving me the reaction I want to see. I feel like I'm caught here in the cookie jar. Keeping it there. I'll take my loss. Which is going to be a substantial loss now because that would be 2 contracts. And eventually they're going to break through that 6800s. Big player's going to come in and sweep all of that. There you go. Oh, the writing was on the wall there. Fudger nudger. Ugh. See, that's what happens sometimes. 5 setups, 4 of them, actually 5 of them that would have hit TP1, and I get brutally knocked out. Brutally knocked out. Ugh. Why am I always in the hole? First trade. Kind of saw that one playing out, though. And now they still have this TP2 so unbalanced. Seems like such an easy target for them. Ugh. That's nasty. That was nasty. Man, and the buyers were stepping in too. Well, I got bamboozled on that one. The entry was terrible. Once again, I didn't get a footprint confirmation. I was just very convinced on that unbalanced area of TP2, which is right up here. I just knew that that's what they had to go after. I talked myself into an unbalanced area. I really thought that this was the area that they were going to have to sweep or balance back out. Oh, that was a doozy. That was a doozy. You have an order listed as a long at 67.91. What do you mean? What you mean? What you mean? 67.91. Not sure what you mean there. Well, that was a doozy, guys. That was a doozy. $6,800s. 6,800s. All right, let me take a mental moment. So you could still have to rebalance this 12, 68.12. Just don't I don't like how we might get there. Let's see what happens here at the first 3 tests of the IB low. I feel like all 3 days this week I've been having to come out of this hole. I don't want to press my luck. They go right back into the 6800s. A lot of positions there. 6800 is the line in the sand. A lot of positions right here. I mean, to me, all signs would be is that they would have to dump up. They got the 95s that they can... That's all stops down here. That would be just fuel. Let's see what happens. I'm really favoring a long at this point, just because there's a lot of defense to the downside, and it's pretty light to the upside. But they can still open up more auctions down here. Let's see what they do here. Let's see. If they break through the 95s, which would be right here, and you can see a huge dump to the downside. Right here. If they bust through here. To bust through it, it's going to need some super power. Let's see the contracts here. 161, 131. 147. So now they've wedged. Buyers and sellers are completely wedged between the 6,800 and the 6,795-ish. This is going to determine, I think, the next, for sure, hour here for the market. Let's see who shows the strength right here. If they can blast through the 6800s, then this 12 is in play for sure. Good job, you, Anthony. Wish I could say the same, bud, but. I don't think they're done yet. You're right. You have a signal at the 91s. We did have a signal at the 91s. I thought we hit that already. Why do I feel like we hit that already, the 91? Did I not update that? I guess you're right. We did have one right here. I don't think it tapped into anything. Interesting, interesting. Oh, we swept it pretty close. And then never touched again. Interesting. Okay. I'm gonna have to map this out, but I'm gonna have to take a look at it again. Get rid of that so I can have So I must have had this loaded up on my laptop, which is probably why I didn't have it on this chart. 6791. Targeting the 6794 and then the 6797. With the stop loss at the 6787. Let's see. That might show it a little better. 6791 targeting 6794, 6797, and then stop loss at the 6787. We did sweep pretty close to our entry, but I also, the 90s are defended. 60, yeah, it looks pretty decent still. Looks pretty decent. They've just done a lot of business here, man. They gotta move this. I mean, my feeling is that they gotta move this to the 12s. And how much more do they want to pick up down here? Let's see if they make this pump here to the 12s. It seems natural. The NQ, nothing much. Oh, it just hit into a pocket. I didn't have that one mapped out. Dang it. Yes. It's weird because the buyers to me look so much stronger, even though this has been pretty negative push. They just keep hammering back into the levels. Big absorption there. Just a huge auction and process. Huge, huge. Another strong move, man. Another strong move. I'm not messing around. That's a good footprint confirmation for me there. Let's see what they could do here. 99s I like. Right around here I like that. Okay. That was a nice little move there. Makes the loss a little bit more palatable. Just a very good footprint confirmation at the 92. Still looking at the 91s now. I'll definitely look at these. Just feel like I'm trying to get out of a hole every day. It's in the first trade. Let's see what happens here now. Use the bathroom. I just don't want to miss this here. Go up a little bit more. Strong move. Dang it. Guys, don't forget to hit the like button on the stream. Appreciate it. Alright, they just broke through a barrier there. Let's see now if they got the legs for the 12s. Alright, I'm gonna go to the bathroom really quick. Not sure why they're not making the push to the 6812s and then can revisit the 91s. How much more do you need? I don't get that. Don't get that at all, actually. Again, the market's been a little crazy today. I mean, off this 6791, 6800s right here is even in play. It's kind of crazy, but that's what I see. All right, let's see. Let's see what happens here. Oh, that was a good footprint right there. I don't think it tapped into it, but that was a very good footprint. Very good footprint. I think they missed our entry there by a tick. There you go. Now let's see what happens here. All right, let's see. I think the 6800s, to be honest with you, are in play, but that's the TP1 hit. '96s. Yeah, they're going to go for the 96s, in my opinion, at least. I would have liked to have gotten tapped out there, though. All right. Nice. Woo! Man, we're taking ourselves out of a hole here. Big one. And I could have probably targeted a little bit more. The 6800s, I think, are in play. For sure. If it could bust through here, the 12s. It's just got to get out of this little region right here. Anybody still with me? What's going on? No TPs? Nobody excited about TPs? Let's go. TP1 and TP2 is going to get hit. They're going for the 6800s. That's easy. That is easy, easy. Let's go. Got both. Good job. Go to the 6800s already. Just do it. I want to buy so bad. I want to buy so bad. Oh, so bad. It's like when you see it, you just know it. Do it. Do it. There you go. Told you guys. That would have been a 9-point call right there. I shouldn't have the balls. Just crawling my way back. Now thank us for reminding you about your signal. Thank you, Scott. Yes. I must have had that mapped out on my laptop. So... all right, now let's just go to the 6812s, man. That's your next stop. Just get there already. Hit the like button, guys. I think that's 5 setups today. That's 5. And I keep taking the one that I take the loss on, the big loss that I get. It's three straight days of being in a hole. Still ending off the day green, but still got a little bit of a hole left here. Not a big one, but doable. Let's go. Let's go. Thanks, Spence. And look at the drawdown, guys. Tick. Maybe, I don't know. Is that? Yeah, tick. One tick of drawdown. These are stress-free trades. I really would like to see it tap the 68.12s. I think that's going to kind of reset the market here a little bit. We just got to kind of get out of this big auction that they've been in right now. La, la, la. What's left? 68.12s. This is the only thing left right now for them to balance out. It'd be an easy place for them to do their business at. Just makes the world of sense to me for them to hit the 68.12s. Don't forget this. Man, you guys are good. Oh, the chat is helping. I love it. I would have forgot too. I was right about to delete it. Thank you. All right, we get rid of these guys now. Thanks, BLB. Made me laugh. That's great. I like to laugh. I like positive energy. All right, what do you guys think? Should we call this call the stream? I mean, that's been a lot of action here today. I mean, I guess this IB low still kind of in play. Let's just see. Let's get one more scan. Make sure I'm not. I think we had another area down here. Let's see what's going on here. All right, we got one more. I'm pretty sure that my signal group already might have this one. Let me just see. 67.45. So let's see what's going on. Give me 1 second, guys. Stay tuned, because there could be a setup on the way. Man. So I know what I need to do with my be right back. I just need to take the microphone off completely so that when it comes back, it's always on. Sorry about that, guys. Entry on the ES 67.45 and a quarter, targeting 67.49, and then TP2 67.51 with a stop at the 67.40s. Entry 67.45 and a quarter, 67.49 target 1, 67.51 target 2, 64.40 on the stop loss. They missed the push too. They missed that one. It's a lot of strong pressure, man. All right, I think we're going to call the stream for today. I think we had enough setups here. A lot of really good setups. I ended off in the green, but I'm okay with that. It's part of trading. If you haven't liked the stream, I'll see you guys here tomorrow morning at market open, and take care, everybody. Stay patient out there.